Welcome to the new year, everybody. We are already 3 days into January 3rd. If you're listening to this on the day it drops, Wednesday, January 3rd. It's only my third day out here. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Already cussed. Whatever, guys. We're not getting paid for it yet, so fuck it. All right. So, let us know how your New Year's went. Let us know what. Oh, well, you can't let us know your wishes, actually, so don't tell me that. Let me know any goals that you've had and how far you've gotten along with it within these 3 days. I hope everybody was safe. I hope you guys had fun, and I'm excited to bring in this new year with all of you. So, I'm your host, Ale, of this amazing, very explicit podcast, Sin Vergüenza, and I'm joined today with
Mr. Anonymous, y'all.
New Year, same us, same bullshit, and we got it all here for you. All right, so let's go ahead and, like I said, same us. So let's start with our first segment, everybody. With this segment, it's a segment where we go on this women's chat room on this period app, which is called Flow. And we go in there and we learn about our bodies, and it gives us some topics to go ahead and talk about. So the way we're going to do it is we will go ahead and have a fuck around question first. And then the second one is going to be more for the women's bodies. So men, if you want to stay or not, up to you. But I mean, I say you can never know too much about us because, honey, you guys can't understand us for shit. All right. So do you have anything to tell them before we start about like the new year, like anything like that?
I hope everybody was safe out. And
I hope nobody made any babies.
Honestly, if you did,
I hope you were safe both ways.
Shit. Congrats, I guess.
Let's not jinx them.
But Happy New Year, everybody. It's our third day out here, you know.
All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to pause that segment real quick. So if you guys don't know that term, it's only my third day out here. I don't know. It's from Lil Uzi Vert. And so if you guys don't know him, he's an artist and he's like in all types of genres.
You guys are living under a rock.
What's his most famous song that came out right now? I Just Want to Rock.
I Just Want to Rock.
Yeah. Okay, so all right, this is what's trippy. So I don't want to say cleaning up their act because I love these artists for all the shit that they do. Maybe not the demonic shit.
Sacrifice.
That's your business, but I like the work that you have. Okay, so we have Lil Nas X doing Bible music. Who else were you saying was like trying to do stuff? Black China for sure changed her whole life around.
Kanye has been doing gospel music, and
really, I thought everybody was saying he was crazy.
Well,
why would he be crazy for
everybody has God? Been saying like that he is crazy, but he started his own religion, like his own church and stuff. Like he has his own gospel church.
Sounds very culty, but so he's doing that.
I know NLE Chopper's like into a lot of spiritual stuff as well.
Oh yeah, everybody knows he's on another level, but I don't necessarily want to say this is very like spiritual or something, but it's basically like to where people are going a full 360 with the people that they are. So Lil Uzi Vert, he wants to remove every single tattoo on his body now because he wants to go corporate. His exact words. Because he was asked, what's your favorite tattoo on your body? He said, none of them. I hate them all. I want to remove them to go corporate.
That's a big move. Most of these artists are just known because of their like tattoos, you know?
Known for like them being themselves and them not caring what they look like as long as they like it themselves. So when it comes to Uzi trying to be corporate, that's like legit the whole opposite of his niche. Because Uzi is more like punk rock, like blah, like, you know, little, if you listen to the name, if you don't know this one, it's like pretty obvious. Little Uzi Vert, Lucifer, you know, people have added that one up pretty quick. So it's like, this is my conspiracy. I haven't seen this type of conspiracy. And if you guys if somebody else in the world has had this conspiracy, and, you know, because like Selena Gomez said, All the love songs have already been written and sung. Same thing with conspiracy theories. So, what I want to say is, do you feel like maybe something's gonna happen? Like people say the rapture, or like maybe it's judgment time, or do you think that there's something that they know that we don't know, and that's why they're trying to like make their amends with God and trying to like make themselves not be and promote the shit that they promote because now they're scared because what's coming is coming? Or am I just reaching with that one?
Well, I mean, it all depends like on the prophecies. Like if you're a religious person, you could really read the Bible and it tells you like everything that will go on. And a lot of stuff that's happening around the world is like really what they're saying. Like we had COVID, which is like a lot. They said that in the Bible, like a lot of people would die during crisis like that. Now we're having big ass waves in California and like a a volcano that just recently erupted as well. Like there's so many natural things that are happening that are just like holy fuck, that do feel like they're finally noticing like what they're promoting, what they were doing and shit. Like yeah, it's fun, it's a party and all, but like once shit starts getting real, once the big man
The
starts
money
getting
ain't gonna do
mad,
nothing for you.
like
Well, it might if you're smart and like build the bunkers or buy the islands or
well, I
stuff
feel
like that.
I feel like most of these people
If
already
you guys
have like
have one, let me know.
I feel like
We're
most of
cool
them
already.
do. Like I feel like most of these artists really take their security to a different extent. So like if you're already having 24-hour security men around you, you might as well get yourself a bunker, a safe room. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Do you
Prepare
think then
yourself.
that my conspiracy might be like pretty legit? I made it up my on my own, you guys.
I mean, I feel like it is just because like if you really go back, like Uzi's music is so satanic and there's so many
He
satanic things
literally
within.
promotes Satanism like flat out,
Like there's
like
a
Doja.
bunch of stuff like in their music videos that like they put it out there so you can see it. Same thing with Little Nas, like a shoe with blood on it. Like, come on, bro.
Didn't oh no, that was when they got married. Machine Gun, he put something of blood. I didn't he give her a necklace of blood, or she gave him something like that,
Yeah, it was one or the
or their
other.
wedding rings. Oh no, I think one of their wedding rings, if you put it on, it cuts you. I don't know. They had some crazy type of jewelry like that.
Yeah.
So let us know. Have you guys noticed any of your favorite artists going more to the Lord side recently? But that's what I'm saying. Like it was just not Little Uzi like trying to do gospel or anything like that. It was just pretty crazy how he was like, "Fuck all the tattoos. I want to go corporate," which is like completely out of his like area at all. For us to look at Uzi as like he is a businessman because he runs all the shit he does, but it's just like you want to look corporate. That's kind of crazy for me.
I looked it up right now just to kind of get like an idea of it. And in 2015, he had 54 tattoos ranging from different sizes, obviously. But that's 54 tattoos on this man's face,
More than
back.
that by now.
Yeah, like back.
All the piercings.
I mean, if you guys really look up his tattoo on his chest, and that chest piece to go away is so fucking hard. Like,
oh,
that's
it's
his
kind of.
whole
It's
chest.
not like the black sleeves, guys, but it's practically covers all of him, like those black sleeves that they make.
Yeah.
Like it's basically all. He's blasted. He is completely blasted. So I
I'm
don't know. That man's gonna probably have to like be put down while they take off all those tattoos. He's for sure gonna be in that place for like a day, 2 days. Who
Well,
knows?
it's gonna be like a long process because it's burning everything off of you. I feel like it's not really out of his element though, because he has been one of the artists to do some of the most craziest shit out there, like buying a big ass diamond and inserting it into the middle of your forehead. Like,
That didn't last long. I don't know what he was thinking with that. Like somebody's gonna try to finesse you one way or another, homeboy. Like it's easier than grabbing that necklace off your throat. Just grabbing your fucking forehead. Like you were
even
kind of
even the fact that like he bought himself his own planet, like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing?
big flexer, big flexer. Um. So yeah, that's that, guys. Let us know if, like I said, your artists that have been switching up, or what do you think? Why do you think that they're all changing everything up? All right, so let's go back to our segment, as I was saying. Um, so with this first one, sharing baby pics on socials, what decision have you come to? And the other time you asked me if I had kids, would I want to monetize them? No, but I do see people that do like monetize their kids and they always get like good deals like Gerber sponsors or toy sponsors or school sponsors. Like they get their kids sponsors and they get them a good amount of shit. So it's like I see why people do it, and I see people who already are in this lifestyle of either influencer, podcaster, YouTuber, whatever they're in, they end up posting about their children. And um you know a lot of people now are like Drake and Kanye using Adonis. What's his name? Adonis.
Adon Adon
But um, like the Kardashians for sure, they have no choice but to have their everyday lives on TV with their children. So it's like,
I mean, not necessarily, because Kanye made it a huge thing for his kids not to be on that show,
and
especially
then
when they're young.
what's
Like,
it called? Kylie and Travis, when they had their one baby, it was Wolf or something like that. He was, pretty much hidden from the world for a while. But for me, it's like so hard because I would definitely want them to get those sponsors or, be shown this type of world. But um, one thing for sure is I feel like I wouldn't want to post them to not give them el ojo. And that's basically, guys, like where people give your kids hating ass energy for that reason. And because like, and if I do at some point, if I do ever do it, I'm gonna do it like, if you guys don't know these people, it's Moshe Kasher and Natasha Leggero. They have their own podcast, the Honeymoon Podcast. They have their child, and they always, like, when they do post family pictures and stuff, they cover her face either with like some prop or something, or like putting their hands, or they make it into a funny thing to where they'll do weird shit to cover her face and it looks cute but funny. So if I do ever want to post my children, it'll be in that way. But I'm just so paranoid and like, okay, this is not like how people say you're not supposed to parent other parents or teach them how to parent. But it's like I do see a lot of people, like we said, the Kardashians. I know this one girl here in Vegas. Her name is Sarah. I think it's Sarah James. I'm not sure. If you guys know her, she's a famous TikToker here in Vegas, and she's a kindergarten teacher. We've talked about her before a long time ago in past episodes, but she does post a lot about, yeah, her name is Sarah James. Just had to clarify on her last name. She just changed her name when she got married, but um she posts her children a lot, and she posts a lot of her stuff at school. Of course, she blurs all the kids' faces and stuff, but she does post her children. And it's like she gets a lot of stuff for her children from this stuff, or like they people just like gifting her kids gifts and stuff, or like, and all her students give her stuff for her babies. So it's like that, it's cool and I support it. She never really posts like her kids dressing, or if she does post their fit, she'll post like a little video of the fit and then bam on the baby. So it's like stuff like that, I think it's okay. But me being me and knowing the level of creeps that there are, I don't think I'd be comfortable with doing stuff like that, especially as a baby. Because even um we're gonna go more into this. I'm gonna go more deeper into my answer with the other answers that people posted in the comments that we're about to read right now. So that's me. I don't think I personally would, but when I would try to make it as private for them as I can.
I mean, I feel like if your kid has a special talent, and it's like whether he's a good basketball player, football player, like singer, whatever,
That's all stuff when they're not babies though. So you're saying, like, as I said right now,
like
not when
once.
they're younger, but once they're older, sure.
Well, I mean, when they're young, like I understand a lot of the times, like um ourselves as regular people, like we look at these influencers and we really see, like when you met that famous guy at the convention.
Super ego.
Yeah, like you seen him grow up from little to like right now, so you seen his whole life develop into this like superstar basically,
Okay.
and you get attached to them. So when you hear like, oh, they're gonna have a kid, you want to see it because it's like, oh shit, like congrats, dude. You know what I'm saying? But we also have to understand like they also have their own privacy. They also can have their own time where they don't want people to see their kids, or they don't want like certain stuff stuff like that. For me personally, like if I would post my kids, it would have to be like in a funny way or in a funny video. But other than that, like I wouldn't post pictures of them necessarily, or I wouldn't show them like necessarily. And I think it would be like, for me, like being a guy, I think it would be harder to post like my daughter if I ever have one than to post one of my sons.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't necessarily think I would post them. Like if anything, just a quick picture of maybe when they're born, just like, oh, this is my baby and that's it.
Okay, like for sure, like when they're born and stuff, I would want to post like the little hand around the finger, maybe a little patita, some shit like that. But then again, there's people with foot fetishes. What's to say people don't have foot fetishes for children? So
I'm gonna post their nose inside their nose.
a little moquito hanging and everything. So you see, that's just my paranoia with it, guys. Like the way I see it, whatever fetishes adults have for adults, some people might have them for children. I should put a trigger warning on this, huh?
Triggered.
Triggered. Okay, let's go to some of the answers that people gave us in the comments. One girl said, "Moms, please, please stop posting your children on social media without clothes on. That's something that is private and should not be shared for the whole world and their moms to see. We get it. You think your children are cute. Great. But keep them safe by not posting them naked or half naked."
Period.
That's exactly what I was trying to say. Like, when people post like their babies in just a pamper, or I see a lot of people posting okay, I might get hate for this, but then again, like I said, I'm not parenting other parents. This is just my opinion. I see a lot of parents that do post their children surprisingly in the bathtub. And yes, they'll put their hand over their genitals, or maybe put like a toy or just scribble it out, but it's like the mind is full of imagination, right? So what's to say that some creep will not just imagine the rest of it?
Well, I mean, you can't necessarily stop someone's imagination. Like, I understand what you're saying. I feel like it's not as bad because, like you said, if they're blanking out most of their body, like, it's not that
But
bad.
the baby's still, like this girl said, the baby in the bathtub is fully naked.
Right, right. I understand that, but you're literally blocking most of it out. You're not letting them see it. Like, I feel mostly from our generation down, like there was pictures taken of us, like I know that there's pictures of me with my genitals out that they took of me like changing my diaper or doing stuff like that.
I don't know if I honestly have any of that. I have embarrassing pictures, that's for sure, but when they have pictures of like my butt and stuff, I don't know. I have pictures of my sister's butt.
But like, you know what I'm saying? It's stuff like that we grew up with. And the other day I seen a post on your Facebook where it was like some dude posted, how come these kids' pictures are so cute now and our pictures were like this, and like,
Right? For real, what
and
the
it was
fuck?
like, yeah, dude, like
I didn't have no cute baby pictures in my king
thank
said. They were me looking like fucking Chucky.
thank fucking God our parents didn't have Facebook like but way back then to post all these
Oh
shits,
my gosh, dude.
But
Seriously. Because the shit they already post now about us is mad embarrassing.
but I don't really feel like it's such a bad thing if you're actually covering them up in like the most form you can. Not just putting a little toy in front of their genitals. Like you still see their legs. You still like that. To me, is giving more creatability for your mind.
That's what
to
I'm
go.
saying. Like that's what kind of makes me uncomfortable. And I've seen a lot of people like on my own social medias do them. Like that's none of my business, but I know for sure I wouldn't be comfortable posting my baby like that, just because it's like you never know who can screenshot your post, or what. Guys, there's literally websites that where you can go ahead and anonymously view people's like pages and stuff like that and download shit. Crazy bitch information here. Crazy bitch information. So just know, even if you think that people can't get access to it, 100% they can get access to it. Just how they say, once it's on the internet, it's there forever. So please, please, please be safe with what you post. Okay. Another girl said, I'll definitely be posting my babies, but nothing weird like potty training. That does not belong online. No videos or pictures that they find embarrassing when they're older. Nothing about their tantrums, none while they're crying. If I wouldn't want to post it about me at my current age, I'm not going to post it about them when they're little. I'll be teaching them about online safety from a young age, and they'll have 100% say in anything I post / have posted as soon as they can understand it. If my child is 3 and doesn't want me posting anything anymore, I'll stop. If they're 10 and decide that they don't want any pictures of them anywhere, I'll make them all private from birth to current. At least just giving them a choice.
Well, I feel like that's what I was trying to get at. Like, if they grow up and they see those pictures and they feel embarrassed by it, like, it shouldn't be up there, and you as a parent should be able to put yourself into their shoes and understand that.
I wish my parents had that type of consideration. I'm still pressed about the quince video, guy, because like everybody in the quince seen that shit. Literally, my whole table of chambelanes, when they seen one specific picture, and I'm pretty sure the whole room looked at me and laughed. So guys, be careful with what the fuck you post, because you can traumatize your children.
But yeah, like, I feel like as an adult, you should be able to see that picture and be like, yeah, they're cute in it, but that's a personal picture. That's not for everybody else. Like, if my kid sees that in 10, 15 years and looks at it, and from that moment on, they're going to get bullied or whatever the fuck, like, it shouldn't be on there. And especially, like, I hate seeing some of these videos where these kids are throwing fucking tantrums.
That shit's because it's so like, sad to
dude,
me.
As a fucking parent, like, you think that's smart?
We're trying not to cuss, obviously.
Sorry, but like, you think it's really smart to post something like that? Like, not only are people going to be slandering you, they're going to be slandering your kids. You, like, it gives the media an easier way to, like, not only enter your privacy, but then they start judging on how you parent your kids.
I've seen a lot where it's like people do post them traumatizing their kids in a certain way, or like recording them like, oh, look at so and so, they're having a tantrum at the store, they're so embarrassing, look funny for the camera. Like, that makes you look more bad than your child look bad, because a child is gonna have a tantrum regardless. But for you to be the parent and just recording your child and taunting them, that is more messed up than anything, because you're not comforting them. You're 100% making it worse. Nobody wants to be recorded when they're emotional.
Well, I feel like not even just that, but it's the fact that it's like you just said, you're making yourself look at like a bad parent, because it's like, pick your fucking child up and teach him not to do that.
People have gotten their kids taken away like that from CPS. I think this last time I seen it was like, oh no, they got arrested for something else, but a lot of people do get reported by CPS because of the stuff that they post about their kids and the way that they treat their kids.
Well, I mean, it should be like that, because it's like, if you're willing to post it and you're willing to let people see it, like, that's fucked up. And I seen another video where this girl was actually posting a clip of a guy who hit his granddaughter, I believe.
Like, he beat her, hit her?
No, like, he hit her, like smacked her ass, I think. Yeah, like, punished her. And the lady was over here like, oh my God, he's such a fucking bad person, blah, 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 this and that. And it's like, he looked at the camera and he's like, I don't care if you post me. He's like, I hit her because she was disrespecting her fucking grandmother. And he's like, and I will do it again until my grandkids and my kids can respect their elders. And it's like, stuff like that, you, as people looking in from the outside, we have to understand that there is certain different ways to parent a kid. And if that's the way that they are parenting theirs, it might not be the right way.
Disciplining them, not parenting. It's more like disciplining them.
Yeah, like, if that's their way of disciplining them, it is not your opinion on how they should and shouldn't do it. You should just take that in and do it to your kids. And we shouldn't
even get into that topic on whether or not you should hit your kids, because that topic is just a whole 50-50. So one more girl said, I will share what I want to share on social media. Period. I'm not a huge poster anyways. I just recently posted a Snapchat of my 29-week-old bump. and received nothing but positive responses. I will definitely be posting a few pics of my baby girl when she's born. I'm just want oh, I think she said she meant to put I just want to express how proud I am to be a mom and how proud I'll be of my child. I think with her, you see, she said 29-week bump. Well, she's already posting the baby even without it even coming out the womb. So I mean, you see, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's people like that that do really just love being a parent, like her, and like the girl that I'm saying, Sarah James. Like, she loves her children, and she always is showing all the cute stuff that she does with them in activities, and it's like that. I do love to see that because it's like, for some reason, why this is on my algorithm, I don't know. Sometimes I'll get like activities to do with children and stuff, and it's like people posting the videos of them doing it with the children and that type of stuff. Like, I do love that. That's why it's like 50-50 with me. Like, I kind of would want to, just because of that purpose, because it's like, this is like an idea you could do, or look at the fun shit we did today. Like, just what, like how we like to post the fun stuff we do throughout our day. It would be pretty cute to like post the cute little activities that we do. So honestly, like when it comes to it, I feel like I really wouldn't do it as their babies, but maybe when they're older, probably. So let us know what you guys think about that. Do you guys post your children? Do you guys limit what you post? Is there like a certain no that you post? Um yeah, let me know what you guys think. What do you think? Do you have anything to say?
I just feel like what you said is completely true. Like, you should post like little activities or little things like that, and you should be a little bit more considerate of what you post of your kids, just in case like later on they see it and it might be embarrassing. Like,
I like how that girl said it. If I wouldn't like people posting about it at me at this age, I shouldn't post it about my children. And that is a good mother.
I feel like it is, but
That is a considerate mother.
I feel like at the same time, if there wasn't stuff like that, we wouldn't get so many of the memes that we have nowadays.
True.
Like that little
Pick and
kid,
choose, guys. Pick and choose.
like that little kid is like, they're my sandals.
Oh, my chanclas. But that's a video. I don't know. All right. Videos are a whole nother level, guys. That's a whole nother level. So, now this is for the ladies. We're learning about our bodies. Men, if you wanna learn some shit, come and learn some shit. So, self-pleasure secrets. Answers to the most asked masturbation questions. All right, guys, you ready? You ready? Do you have, for before we even start, do you have any questions about women masturbating?
Like what?
I don't know. Men don't know shit about us.
Um,
And this is why my male audience has dropped. Guys, please come back.
not really. Like, not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay, so it starts off by saying masturbating allows you to explore your body in a safe and pleasurable way so we can learn what turns you on, and it's easier to communicate it with the partner. That's exactly like what we learned last week. So it's just stating that again. It is particularly important in heterosexual relationships because we know there is an orgasm gap, meaning that women orgasm on an average less frequently than males. And that is 100% true. I know all the females can agree that once a man ejaculates, they're done and they don't even consider you. Unless you have a man who is considerate. So, this is literally all based on statistic, men. Don't be selfish.
Statistic, man.
On statistics. Y'all got me that fucked up. I can't even talk to you guys straight. All right. Does masturbation make sex better? Getting to know your sexual needs via sexual pleasure is key to satisfying sex life, especially when it comes to closing the orgasm gap, because a lot of us can't orgasm through penetrative sex alone. So that's basically saying simply a penis cannot make a girl orgasm. For most. We need a little more something else. So let's go deeper. And here's some more statistics for you guys. 64% of women who participated in a 2016 US study said that they needed a combination of clitoral and vaginal stimulation to orgasm.
You see, that's the thing. It's not that us men are not considerate of you guys. is that you guys are like a fucking bop it toy. Bop it,
Okay.
twist it, slam it, choke it. Like,
Oh my
damn, girl, you
gosh.
going crazy. Hold on, I can't do all these things. Looking like a
And
cheat code.
okay. Even GTA shit was easier than this. So interestingly, those who use clitoral stimulation to orgasm also masturbate more and have greater control over their arousal. Okay.
See, they're saying that you guys can control it as well. Like, that's on you guys. Man, don't feel bad. If you guys are still here and you guys are in the background taking notes, don't feel bad. It's just they're not trying to, it seems like.
Okay. So, oh shoot, guys, sorry I lost my place. Give me one quick second. All right. Do men masturbate more than women? What do you think?
No.
A study of 6,000 people from 12 countries commissioned by sex toy brand Womanizer in 2020 found that women surveyed masturbate roughly once a week or 49 times a year. But for men, 3 times a week or 154 times a year. 3 times a week? I was like that at one point. I ain't even gonna lie. I can't judge y'all. So, 35% of women that they were questioned never masturbated. And I know a few that have never done it. We know Savannah. I was gonna say like if I was throwing out her business, but she already had told us. Compared to just 18% of men who've never done it. 18% of men. Sheesh. You don't have to say who, but do you know any boys who have never masturbated before?
A lot of people from my town.
Oh, because of their religion.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I also
that's
feel like
interesting.
it's because of the fact that for you guys to actually pleasure yourself, you're kind of like sticking stuff within yourself. So you guys have more of the afraidness in a way of like getting anything infected, cutting anything, like certain stuff like that, as to men were like, you know.
Fuck it, we ball. So, precautions you should keep in mind when masturbating now. You need to wash your hands before and after to reduce the spread of bacteria. I hope everybody was for sure doing it before. Use lubricant if you're experiencing vaginal dryness. Masturbate in private or in the company of consenting adults. And if you're using sex toys to masturbate, please be sure to clean your toys before and after. So, if you're masturbating with the male partner, don't let any pre-cum or semen come into contact with your genitals to avoid the risk of unplanned pregnancy. Guys, it can slip in there and it'll creep in there. So watch out with that shit. Now another segment here. Can you masturbate too much? What do you think? Can you masturbate too much?
I feel like you can. I feel like especially like I feel like if you do it too much, you'll hurt yourself for sure.
Mm,
Like overstimulate yourself, have like I mean, for guys, like if you're doing it way too much, I know that like certain friends have told me like their skin kind of turns red and then it like starts kind of like itching.
like a rash?
Yeah, like a rash basically. So I feel
Ooh.
like for girls,
Well,
like
for that is because you're literally like you guys don't have a lubricant. But then it's like if you do, I don't know, that's just like I feel like it's easier for you guys to get a rash because, you know, you're gripping that thing. For us, we're flicking that thing.
well, I know that, but I'm saying for you guys, even like for you guys, I know that there's some times where you guys have an orgasm and like I guess it could be a question that I have to ask. Like I don't know if whenever you guys are experiencing it and like you guys start tensing up a lot, like later on does it hurt? Because I know like there's certain times where you can have sexual experience with a partner, have an orgasm, and then right after that you can't really touch down there, or can't really feel
Or
down
like
there.
sometimes men get like ticklish and they're like, "Ooh, don't touch me."
No, like I'm saying, does it like
For girls,
yeah, like is there a pain that you guys feel after
no,
after
I think
sex?
it's mostly just like I mean, at least from what I've experienced, everybody's body is different. I feel like the feeling is the same as like when a guy is done. Like he's like, "Whoa, now hold on, don't touch homeboy right here now. He's a little ticklish.
Right,
He's a
right,
little
right.
sensitive." All right, so it can become addictive and compulsive, especially if you're depending on it to basically escape your stress of daily life. So there's no actual limits on how much someone should or shouldn't masturbate, but there are some signs that it's becoming an unhealthy habit for you. So here are some of the signs, guys. You're using it to distract you from your daily life. You're spending hours doing it each day, and it's interfering with your daily responsibilities. You fantasize about doing it so much that you can't focus on work, relationships, or social interactions. But you can talk to a healthcare or mental health provider if you need help stopping. That could also probably lead you into like a porn addiction at some point too, guys. Maybe it's not even a masturbating addiction. Maybe you might have a porn addiction. That's just coming from me. It doesn't state that here. But are there any benefits to masturbating? What do you think are some benefits to masturbating?
Knowing your body a lot more better for sure.
Okay.
Knowing what you like. Shit. Being able to kind of like they said, if you have a partner, being able to explain or show how to do it easier.
Okay. Okay. All right. So some of the health benefits it gave us is improved sleep. Period. That's exactly what I use that bitch for. Reduce PMS and period pain. Stronger pelvic muscles. Ladies, let's get to working out. Improved sex life and increased libido. I think it's libido. I'm not sure. Decreases stress and anxiety. That's for sure. Reduces sexual tension 100%. And it makes you more confident to communicate what you like in bed. Yes. So, guys, it seems like there's more pros than cons to masturbating, if I do say so myself. So, in conclusion, it says how often you do it is totally up to you, whether you do it every day, several times a day, or once in a while, or not at all, as long as you're enjoying yourself and keep doing what you're doing. That was pretty cute. I like it. I honestly I thought that there was going to be something really negative in here, but there wasn't that much negative connotation to it, honestly. So, I love it. I like it, and you guys, here is how we learn about our bodies. And today we sure as hell learned about our bodies. So, now let's move on from this segment here. Let's go ahead and guys, I'm gonna just give you guys a heads up right now. Actually, today we do not have a what happens in Vegas segment, and what that segment is, we go ahead and ask couples what's one secret you've never told your partner or one embarrassing moment. We didn't get to do this because I just have literally been feeling so sick. Like I'm not. It's just a lot of weird things going on with me right now. I was not feeling up to going around in public. And when we did go try to do what happens in Vegas, the strip ended up getting shot up like a couple hours after. So I hope everybody is safe. I hope, from what I seen more earlier in like the articles and stuff, nobody was injured from what they can say. But there was a shooting here in Vegas again on the strip on New Year's Eve. Was it New Year's Eve or the day before?
The day before. Today's New Year's Eve.
So last night when we were there?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, guys. God is good, because that is not the first time that we've been either on the strip or downtown and right after we leave, it gets shot up.
Mm-hmm.
God is good. And I hope everybody is safe. If you guys know anybody that was there, please check up on them. If you guys know anybody that works there, please, please, please check on your people. What is going on with my city? You know what? Let's talk about the city again. We're back talking about Vegas. So like I said, no what happens in Vegas segment, guys. But if you guys do want to hear that segment, if you're new here, go ahead and tap into our last couple of episodes and you can hear some secrets. And yeah. So okay. Vegas is a place where we come here, let's say to experience, obviously, but people love to take pictures of everywhere they visit, right?
Right. Well, yeah, that's true. Everywhere. I see yesterday just walking like the strip, I seen people just taking pictures of like them next to the bushes. Swear, like it was cute just because of the fact that like It was a girl taking a picture of like her man, but her man wasn't even paying attention to him. Like he was actually interested in the plant. He was like grabbing it and shit, and I was like, bro, like what the fuck? And
He's
then
low key on acid. He's like, damn, this feels like a cloud. But okay, so now they want to make it a crime for you to stop and take pictures on the bridges. So you know how like when F1 came, they covered up the bridges and put the clear wrap
oh
on
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
and like the gates all over it, put lights. Dude, guys, they did everything they could to block everybody from seeing F1 for free. So basically, they want to go ahead and make it a crime to where on those bridges you cannot stop and take a picture, you cannot stop and eat there, you cannot stop and play an instrument there, you cannot stop, period. You just have to walk it and go. Okay, so you could either get jail time or a fine that's less than $1,000. So yeah, no instruments. You can't hold a sign. Like, let's say you want to put a sign over the people driving in that says, oh my, like, I love you guys, happy 2023 or whatever. You can get arrested for that or fined. So if you guys live in Vegas, or if you guys just for some reason follow Vegas stuff, there's this one person that posted it, Vegas feeds. They're on Instagram, and basically what they said is that they put it this way: there's a lot more crime going on in the city, that this shouldn't even be a priority right now. And I 100% agree with this, because it's like we said, we just had a shooting. We've had one not that long ago. UNLV had one. Um, I hope everybody's okay with what happened on in UNLV. Like I said, if you guys need somebody, we're here. Everybody's still hurting from that. So it's just like we have that crime rates are going up in Vegas. Like there's so much stuff that's going on in Vegas that they don't really put on the news like that. It's more like if you're a local, you really know what's going on.
The block was hot like last week and this week, you guys. It's
Dude,
hot
it's
out here.
just it's just so crazy, all the crime that's going on here and how much worse it's getting. But it's just like you're mad that somebody's taking a picture
I,
instead
f-
of putting your time and effort into something else.
I feel like it's necessarily like them being mad at the fact that they're stopping there and taking a picture or playing an instrument there, but it's like it's also a tripping hazard for the people that are kind of sitting there and playing the instrument, especially if they're on the floor. The homeless people there that are sitting there on the floor, and it drives a lot of
There's
like
not many homeless that sit on the bridges,
I seen one yesterday, and it was like the only reason it caught my attention is because she had a husky.
bruh.
So honestly, but I see where they're coming from. Even like taking pictures, you're taking that little bit of time to take a picture. All these people are stopping so you can get your photo, and then they continue. Like there's a lot of like traffic being built up on these bridges, to where it's like I understand why people are getting upset or why it can start a fight. Like people are walking from bar to bar, from casino to casino. Like some of these people are already fucked up, and if you bump them too hard, like they're gonna start an issue. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I understand why they're doing it.
But it's also like this is a place to where it's literally known. Like, let's say
It's a tourist trap, yeah.
yeah, and it's like people are gonna come and take the pictures. People are gonna want to take the videos, and it's like I seen that. Um, I was at the gym and there was like they had the news on as always, and they literally, it's so funny if you guys actually watch the news now. The news tries so hard to become like so invested into certain things like social media. Like they had posted top 2023 emojis that were used. Honey, nobody gives a fuck about your top 2023 emojis in like on the news. And then it's like it said most instagrammable places in Las Vegas, or it's instagrammable cities. So it's like they're trying to use all this, but it's at the same time it's like people come here for the experience and people want to leave with pictures. It's kind of giving I love you Bruno, but it's kind of giving Bruno Mars, where it's like you can come into my concert, but you can't take a picture or video because who knows? What if you die with fucking dementia and now you never remember a Bruno concert? But it would have been great to have it on the phone. I'm just saying, Bruno.
Honestly, you guys,
I'm just saying.
with the Bruno thing, I feel like that was honestly a smart ass
I
idea
love
of
him
an
for it
artist.
because he did make us feel very into the concert. I
Well,
do, but
that, and it's like very,
sometimes I do wish I had a video.
it's very annoying sometimes, like for even these artists to just watch their crowd not even move because they're trying to take that video. So it's like you guys
True.
are not even into it. Like, why am I doing it, basically? And
Uh
also,
huh.
like, with the whole Vegas thing, like I said yesterday, if you guys, here's a leak for you guys. All right, if you guys come here, come closer. If you guys come
Don't do that.
between the plaza, come closer, and
Don't. I
the,
don't know if we could get marked by that dude. Watch him DM me like, listen, bitch, tell Mr. Anonymous over here.
I mean, if he wants to be on the video because he has some like shit that is pretty good. But anyways, it's between the plaza and the wing or the Venetian. There is a bridge right there where you guys can take some really good pictures of the sphere now that it's up and
I'm
running.
kind of butthurt he's not gatekeeping this, guys, but fuck it. I'll let y'all know.
I'm letting you guys know because I better see you guys there with your man or with your lady so I can ask y'all some motherfucking questions, all right? And y'all better say yes.
Because we gave you this little hack.
But anyways, that is a really good spot to take a picture, you know? So I see why people like stop in certain areas because that is one of the only places where you can get a really good picture of that
And
sphere.
it's like, bro, you guys made this for us. So let us enjoy it and let us take a picture. But um now with that being said, do you think that they should get jail time though?
Fuck no.
Really? Jail time?
That's just to the
I
extremes.
think
Like,
a fine is enough, honey. Jail time, I don't know. It like I mean it depends like what how you were doing it. Let's say you're literally like fucking just laying on the floor and you refuse to remove cuz you're drunk. Like you're a drunk who's like, "Nah, I'm sleeping here." Honey, you're going to get locked up cuz what the fuck are you doing? Go sleep somewhere else. But let's talk about we went to the Mexican OT concert and let's just talk about it. I want to give him a little shout out cuz guys, I've been to so many concerts where like yes, they show love to the fans and they praise them and I've seen that. But I have to say he has probably been one of the most humble that I've seen from a lot of artists that I've seen in concerts because he literally any single time somebody made him something or made him a poster, he stopped the whole show to praise them and show their work and say how grateful he was for it. And that shit made me want to cry. I actually did cry. I don't know why I'm lying.
I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully he hears about this. Hopefully you come back to fucking Vegas because your shit was lit as fuck. But like you said, the amount of love he actually shows to these fans, and it wasn't even just like the stuff that they made for him. Like he would really be up there rapping for a few minutes and everything. And if somebody handed him like a fucking hat, a shoe, I seen him sign a fucking boot. Some lady gave him a boot, and then some other lady ran up to the stage from all the way in the back, you guys, and handed him her poncho. He took off his shirt, wore her poncho on stage, and then
Signed it.
signed it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
He literally like throughout all his stuff, anything that somebody handed to him, he tried to do his very best to sign everything. So it was just like it was so like heartfelt and it was just amazing. It was really cool, guys. So shout out to him. He okay. I'm gonna talk a little bit of shit right now, not to OT, but to Area 15, and there. Where were we at? What was like the place that we were at in Area 15? It was Lot A or some shit.
yeah.
I don't know, guys. It was all the way in the back. But basically, there was this guy in a wheelchair by us, and he came like from behind, and everybody was like, "Hey, watch out! We got a wheelchair over here." Everybody did their thing, spread apart, tried to get him to the closest place. Sadly, there was some girls all the way in the front that didn't want to move for this man, and I felt so bad because guys, I'm not disabled and I'm able to stand, and I'm 5'4", 5'3". I could barely see shit. Like at some points I couldn't see shit. So seeing this poor guy, like I know damn well he couldn't really see nothing. So for the girls that were there, you guys are greedy and selfish, and I'm gonna say this right now. But I'm not talking about you right now. I'm talking about the security that was there that night. We literally all like the whole area around us was trying because at one point OT he picked up somebody's cane or whatever, crutches.
Crutch.
And he's like, yo, who's in the crutches? Bring the homie to the front, yada, yada, yada. And then so our whole section was like, yo, we got a handicapped man over here in a wheelchair. Like, come get him, come get him. OT didn't really notice. But once security came up to us because we were all calling and pointing, we asked them like, yo, can we put him a little more forward, put him somewhere where he can see, because he couldn't see shit. He really couldn't. And he was dancing way more than anybody around us.
Bro, he was getting fucking
he
down.
was sweating because how much he was going in. Like, homie was literally one of the most lit ones around us. So security looks him up and down and said no. 2 security guards, guys, looked this man up and down and said no, we can't do shit for him. Like, excuse me, sir, I know damn well you can. You guys literally put all the people that made the artwork up there. Why the fuck can't we have somebody who's disabled and can't see shit and who paid what we paid to see this concert? You guys should have specific handicap spots like at every other concert. Like I said, that's not OT's problem, that's the venues. So that was that. And then like at one point, guys, there was the security there was just so rude, guys. Like, they were really fucked up. Not only for that, but it was just like, if you would ask for a question or something, I literally got a hand put in my face.
To the fucking people that were working the water area or the bar area, I'm gonna say this with the utmost disrespect, and I know I've been told to stop cursing, but y'all deserve this one. Fuck you for not giving people water. Like, guys, it is a fucking concert. People are all cluttered up close to each other. There was like, for a minute they stopped the show because they thought somebody fainted. It was a fight, you guys. It was the first. It was the first time I've been to a fight inside of the concert, and I thought it was about to get serious.
I was so scared. I was like, goddamn, the concert barely. He wasn't even up on stage yet.
He wasn't, you guys. Like, and it was the second act.
People getting beat up.
And once we seen, like, because the security dragged the girl right in front of us, like, she looked like she had just fainted, seen Jesus, and came back.
No,
like,
she looked like she was done. She looked like she was ready to tap after that fight.
And it was like, it was just, to me, it was so messed up that they weren't even offering like certain people water, because it's like, dude, like, what happens if somebody did faint? Are you guys really gonna say you guys don't have water?
So he's saying this, guys, because I went to the bar. And they had only this one bar, in the whole venue. Yeah. And it was on our side. The only place to get any drinks inside this venue, right next to us. I am not drinking. I do not drink. So I was so thirsty, guys. I had cotton mouth so fucking bad. So I was like, let me go get a cup of ice. I want something to munch on. I was all like, hey, can I get a cup of ice? Sorry, we can't do that. I was like, I will pay you for this cup of ice. No, we can't give you just a cup of ice. Can I get a cup of ice water? We don't give water. Do you guys have water bottles? No. So you're telling me my only options are to die of thirstation? I know thirstation isn't a word, guys. That's an inside joke we have here. But, or get fucked up. Like, come on, Area 15, do better at that venue, because your security was rude, and your bar, really, no water bottles. Come on, at least be like other places where you'll tax me $10 for a fucking water, but don't give me an option to where I can't get water, like not even a water fountain. So that's why we're talking shit now, guys. Just in case you guys ever do go to a concert back there, just know what to expect. Take a water bottle. They didn't really check us like that either, which was pretty scary.
I seen some people in there that like had some beer, and I was like, dude, I ain't never seen that shit in my life. Like,
so guys, shout out to the Mexican OT. He was very fun. Now, speaking of, I don't know, I want to play devil's advocate right now, but I'm so scared too, because it's gonna get pretty serious. All right. Now, people in Mexico are a little pissed off. And Mexico City residents are getting mad that Americans are speaking English and gentrifying their area. So, mostly it's coming from California. So a lot of Californians and Americans in general have just made their way into Mexico City. And it's making all the locals really mad because they're gentrifying everything. And so basically they're saying that they're fed up with the number of Americans that are coming into there, and that they're moving into there or just visiting the country in general. and it's making their rent change, and it's just making a big old shift from Spanish speakers to English speakers. So basically, they made their money go up, and now they're making it more to where it's English based than Spanish based.
Her out here.
What's crazy to me is that people are starting to speak more English over there than Spanish. Now that
That's
is
why I'm
fucking
hurt.
crazy.
That's why I'm hurt because like I understand the fact that
And I'm not saying I choose a side. I'm not saying I choose, oh, you guys don't go to Mexico or you guys don't come from Mexico. No, I'm not saying that. Like I said, I just wanted to play devil's advocate because I do want to be honest and be like, you know what? That's kind of weird how both sides are saying the same shit about each other.
well, no, I understand that completely and whatever. Like I think just the fact that it's like you guys, and I don't mean that like to specific a race, but like as Americans, you guys are going into Mexico and like I understand it's hard to learn a new language before you guys travel. It might be your first time business trip, whatever you guys are going over there for. But usually when people from Mexico come over here, like you start seeing a lot more of like, hey, how do I say this? Hey, how do I do that? And when people go to Mexico, they don't really care to learn about it
Okay.
as much. So it's like, of course, Mexicans are gonna try to adapt to your guys' language just because of the fact that it's like the faster I can communicate with this person, I can maybe sell them something. I can maybe give them something. I
Maybe
can
get
like,
a job.
you know what I'm saying? Like anything, like little thing, and it's just opportunity wise. The whole thing about their rent and shit raising, like, come on, you guys. Mexico City is a tourist trap as well. Like it is the main capital of Mexico. So people are going to want to go over there because of all the lavish stuff we have, all the food we have, the culture, like anything like that is not going to stop people from wanting to go over there. Do I believe that there is some like messed up to it just because of the fact that our language is changing? Yeah, of course.
I think that's what is really like the rent and stuff. That shit, that's like, guys, that's not even up to the Americans. If they want to come live over here, that's fine. It's up to the government whether or not they're gonna put your shit up, or whoever's in charge. I'm not really sure on all of that shit, but at the same time, you can't blame people for wanting to move and live somewhere. I know that that's what they're doing too to us when they come over here, and putting Mexicans in cages, putting them in detention centers, like doing all the fucked up shit that they do, which this is like, that's what sucks, is the fact that like Mexico allows it to happen. Mexico is not denying anybody. Mexico is not making it so fucking hard for people to come in, but yet people make it hard for them to come over here to us. But it's also like when it comes to like how you said, when they can't simply learn the Spanish of it all, or even try to even Google translate it. Like, come on, guys. Like, at the same time, you're forcing these people to learn a different language in their place when they're not even signing up for that.
And not just that, like I feel like just the fact that like you said, people are moving from California to Mexico, from Mexico to California, like I feel like it's just so dumb to fight over that fact. And not just because of like Mexico was once California, but just because of the influence that Mexico has on California. That is like whether you're out there, you're gonna hear anybody speak Spanish. You're gonna see an elotero man wherever you fucking go. You're gonna see like all these little things from Hispanic culture all over California. So it's like,
I would be so sad if they do completely take over Mexico, and when we go to Mexico we just see the shit that we see out here and we don't see our culture. Like, that is where you're gonna fuck around and cross a line with me, because that's basically like, how would you put that? I don't want to make it sound super bad, but it's just basically like what there's basically saying, gentrifying, not gentrifying.
was basically like changing their whole culture.
Oh, it is gentrifying the area, but yeah, that's what I'm like, taking it over. So
And it's like you guys have to understand there's certain things that go on in Mexico that isn't allowed in the US, like
even
putting
candies, certain candies.
putting like a Nike brand on a shirt that you made at your tia's house, like that shit's not allowed here. You can't do it because you have to pay the brand, but there's certain clothes that you see in Mexico that they made themselves. Like the idea, the creativity was behind them. They just threw on the fucking logo, and you're like, damn. that shirt's better than anything I can find in the US. Like, I can't find that Nike shirt that looks that cool. Like, I've been stopped just because my family members bring me certain clothes that they think is nice from over there. And it's like, every time I get stopped, it's like, hey, where did you get that shirt? I have a Nike shirt with like 4 or 5 different pairs, and they're like all on top of boxes and stuff. And I've been asked like, I'll buy it from you for like $30, $40. And I'm like, no, like, I'm proud to wear it because that's where I'm from. Like, we do illegal stuff, sure.
Okay.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, we do
We do it
illegal.
everywhere though.
We do
I do
illegal
it here. I'm just
stuff
kidding.
like that, but we also make it nicer. Like, if Nike was to go over to Mexico and not culture them, but basically give certain artists and certain ideas of the streets, it would be so much cooler. Like, I would think.
I just hope that it doesn't turn into a big thing and they want to get like, you see, that's what I'm saying. Like, Mexico's doing better already than what we do over here, because they honestly could have got their lick back on everybody trying to do what they're trying to do over there, but they're not. They're
Well, of
really choosing
course.
not to. They're allowing it to, and that's what's making the people pissed off. Is they're allowing them to, which is like, guys, the way I see it, you can't do shit about it. I know
Well,
America's doing it, but look how it's turning out for us. People fucking hate us for doing it.
well, I see that. Like, it's so cool to just see that our culture is so to
Acceptable.
acceptable, or whatever you want to call it, to different people coming in. Like, they're not really telling you guys to stop coming in. They're not telling you guys to
They're just letting
necessarily,
you know that they're kind of mad.
like, of course they're gonna be fed up, you guys. It's not a country where they're really rich. The people that are really really rich, like, rent raising is hard for them. Learning a new language is gonna be hard as hell for even older generations. Like, we're not telling you guys should learn our language completely. Like, no, of course not. Just like she said, Google Translate it. Try to see if you can learn it, or ask them for help. Because for people with different languages, like, it is sometimes kind of like vergüenza, like, te da vergüenza to say it in your own language. But then at the same time, like, once people hear and you try to see them say it, it's kind of like you get a funny thing out of it, because it's like, oh, it sounds funny how you saying it. But you're also seeing like, oh shit, like, you actually care about learning it, like, there is a certain
It makes
matter
people
to it.
feel good.
It does.
Okay, guys. Now, let's wrap it up with that whole little rant about this. Let's go into our final segment, the dream segment. So, with this dream segment is we go ahead and we talk about any dreams that have stuck with us in the past or any dreams that we've had recently. And we also have a Google form where we allow you to go ahead and anonymously drop your dreams for us to read it out on the podcast. So, do you have a dream this week or no?
Unfortunately not, you guys. I'm sorry. I haven't been abducted or nothing yet.
Okay. I kind of do have a dream, kind of don't, because I kind of remember it, kind of don't. I basically I hate that I'm about to be judged again, cuz I'm going to judge myself. I don't know what the dream really was, but I know that we were basically having a big old cookout somewhere. I know that I don't know who was around me or what the hell we were doing, but all I know is that we were having a cookout and it was pretty crazy, and then somehow a fight ended up happening. I don't know who ended up fighting who. All I know is we were eating one second and throwing hands the next second. I really don't know what was going on. I don't know where I was at. Like I said, this, like, I can't remember this dream. I just remember what was happening in the dream. But I can't really give you guys details. But yeah, my dream was I was eating hams and throwing hands. I don't know what was going on there. I wasn't really eating ham, but that just sounded cool.
My lady was over here. You know how in the Flintstones they have the big ham with the big bone? You were
Oh,
here in the corner eating it, trying to grab the bone to hit people with it.
I was trying to suck the meat off that bone. So, somebody did drop us a dream though, guys, in our Google form. So let's go ahead and read it.
Hold up. To the person that did it, first person ever to drop a dream segment, dream on it for us, and first one to do it in the new year. So congrats.
Oh, okay. This is true. So, This person said, I was dreaming and was talking to something invisible, and it was telling me to turn around. I wouldn't listen. And it tried to grab my head to say, turn around, all caps. And I finally did. I saw the Virgin Mary. She was wearing a light blue veil with a white heading covering like the pictures. With the white heading covering like the pictures. Okay. And I turned away from her and looked at her again, and she was walking back. Her back was towards me, and she was an old lady. I told a friend about the dream, and he said it was about life and death. And around that time, I had a dream my baby nephew was being born, and then recently I had a family member pass away. First things first, I'm sorry about your family member. Second thing second, congratulations for your new nephew. So basically, if the Virgin Mary told you to turn around, it was either he said, I told my friend about the dream, and he said it was about life and death. Okay. I don't know, because it's like, I know the Virgin Mary is like, like it's a santita and stuff, but I would be really scared if she were to grab me by the head and turn me around. Like,
Well,
that's a little scary. But then again, you weren't listening to her. You were not listening to her.
the way she would kind of explained it was she was talking to something invisible. And when when it made her turn around, she seen the Virgin Mary.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
So she was talking to her with her back towards her, I guess.
Towards her, and then once they turned her around, she seen the Virgin Mary. Which, like, don't get me wrong, just like you said, it is scary because it is an angel. It is somebody like way above any of us.
Okay.
So I would be frightened, not gonna lie.
Like, what did I do?
Honestly, like, but it kind of gets me to think, like, what happens if the thing that you were talking to was like not something, well, yeah, something dark, like death, basically.
Oh, and the Virgin Mary was like, turn around now. Stop talking to him.
Well, not necessarily that, but because it says the invisible person was the one telling him to turn around. So it's like, what happens if it was even death telling you, like, look, it's gonna hurt, but there's a new beginning. Like, I, I kind of believe a lot of conspiracies, and like not necessarily believe them to the fullest, but kind of believe in like a little bits and parts that they have. And there's one that it says that we are all gonna die and then get reborn again.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going.
And there's been like certain people and like certain studies that say that like kids die and then like years later the parents have another kid and it's exactly like the one they had.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe like whoever passed away in your family was just reborn
within the nephew.
Into that nephew, yeah. Like, which again, I'm sorry if that's a little bit disrespectful towards you because of this passing just happening and stuff, but I'm sorry for your loss and congrats again for the baby. Like, it's a new life. I know it's hurts and it's hard to not
I'm pretty
dwell.
sure we're making this person cry right now because I'm about to cry, and bitch, it's okay. Shed them tears.
I know it's hard not to dwell on like the pain and stuff, but keep your head up. You got a new little nephew. He's gonna bring a lot of joy and a lot of laughter to your life. So
a lot of fucking desmadre. I don't even know this kid, but it just boys bring that shit.
So like even when you're sad, just try to put your energy into that little kid. Like it's a nice distraction from.
Give that little guy a hug.
Honestly,
I love babies. I want a baby around. Have no babies around me. Let me see your nephew. Okay. That probably sounds crazy.
We're going to go back to the first segment and she's going to be like, hold on, you said you wouldn't show your kids. I ain't going to show you my nephew.
So, now, like I said, that was our only person that dropped a dream for this dream segment. So, I appreciate you guys. But let me go back to that. Have you ever had a dream? Well, no, you said you've seen La Santa Muerte in your dream, huh? Jeez, guys. And if you guys haven't heard that episode, I can't tell you what episode it was, but he's had a dream where La Santa Muerta was right there with them. I can't say that I've had a dream to where I see something, like I've seen like scary shit, yes, but not where I've seen like a santo or a santa. I've never really seen nothing like that.
I will say
I'd be pretty scared.
it's scary, but it's also like
I've had dreams where I've seen heaven and where it feels like I'm really
there.
there.
I've never had a dream of heaven. Like I've dreamed of like being in hell, and it's like the actual suffering and stuff of it is just like even when I was asleep, like I was woken up by my mom or my brother, one of the two. You know, it's because I was crying, like in my sleep.
I've had those. I've had a dream where I don't remember if I had the dream. I just remember waking up and I woke up and everybody was in my room, surrounding my room and at the door, and they were like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yes, bitch. Like I'm sleeping. Can I help all of you?" And they're like, "No, you were screaming and crying and yelling in your sleep." And I
Yeah,
woke up like, "Whatever. Like the fuck are y'all doing here? Mind your business." But no, I've never had a dream like that. So I've had a couple people say here that they've seen some spiritual stuff in their dreams. So it's pretty crazy. And I know I might be judged. I never. This wasn't a dream. I remember I was on ecstasy once. No, I think it was a dream. Yeah, no, I was on ecstasy and coming down off of ecstasy, and I had a dream while I guess it was I was either still on it or it was coming down, but I had a dream and it felt so real. Like it really did feel so real. Where we were up in heaven and like every little star in the sky was just a hole from heaven down to see the earth, and all of us were just watching everybody live their life. People were checking up on their family members through the stars.
that's
And I
crazy.
remember like when I looked around me, it was just everywhere was white. People were watching. When I looked down, it was just watching everybody, and it was just like we would talk and see everything, and like you could see like the rest of the sky like from where I was at, and it was just like I seen every dimension. I seen heaven, I seen space, and I seen the earth. And it was just like ever since then I was like, is that true? Is that like can are the stars just a little window for the heavens up above to see us? Don't
That's
know.
actually cool. That's cool to think
And
of.
yeah, guys, all on ecstasy. But believe it or not, I don't. That's why it was kind of like, am I tripping, or is that something like a little sign for me or something? But I was up in heaven, so what I was doing up there, I don't know. It was kind of scary because I'm like, oh shit, did I die off ecstasy? Like, oh, I didn't though, because I'm still here, and I was camping when I did that. So like when we went camping, and I the next night there, I was just like, I told somebody about my dream, and then it kind of freaked them out. But yeah,
That's
it
that.
was pretty cool for me. Like that dream really stuck to me. Well, there you go, guys. That's one of my dreams for you guys on the dream segment, and that dream really stuck to me because it was really cute, and I liked that idea of the stars being that for people in heaven.
That's actually pretty cute. Like being a little telescope to see your loved ones and stuff. Like you know, since little you get raised to think like your loved one is watching you. You know,
Don't.
like for me, it was always like your grandpa's watching you. You better not mess up.
I
Like
never even met that fool.
I really never did, and it's like just the fact, like I said, like when you really meet like a little angel, or when you see like a loved one, like the respect that you have and like the afraidness of like disrespecting it is
Mm-hmm.
so overpowered. Like for me, that was the main thing. Like I was just so afraid of saying something disrespectful. I was like, hold on, wait, you took that the wrong way. Hold on, like
Right.
that's not my
Like
intention.
that moment you go into church and you're like, fuck, bitch, ooh. And you're like, ah, I'm going to hell. Sorry, God, I didn't mean to. But yeah, guys, that is our That is our dream segment. So, like I said, you yourself can drop your dream so we can read it out on the podcast anonymously in the Google Forms listed in the bio. And if you go on our social medias, it's all there too. So, we're going to go ahead and end off this episode here. Like I said, know what happens in Vegas this week, guys. Sorry, feeling under the weather, but we'll be back soon. It makes me kind of sad because this is our first episode of 2024 and we don't have what happens in Vegas, but we did give you guys a little news of what happens in Vegas. So,
And we gave you guys a little leak of what happens and where to go in Vegas.
you can see. So, now let's go ahead and wrap it up here. Like I said, we're in 2024, guys. I hope you guys reach those goals And even if you don't complete the goals, I hope you guys at least start it, because at least starting it is better than not doing it. So any little progress is better than no progress, guys. Just keep going. Hope you guys have a safe year and it does you good. Now, do you have anything to say before we go?
Hope you guys do stay safe this year. Go after your guys' fucking goals, even if it's hard or if it seems impossible, like you said. Any little start, any little motivation to do it, like just keep on trying and keep on going with it.
Ooh, guys, I'm starting my book club.
And for all the boys out there that
I'm a
are
little
listening
nervous.
to this, y'all stay safe out here, right? One more year until GTA 6 comes out, boys. Like, one more year and we're there, you guys.
How
Come on now.
exciting, guys. We have something to look for. Oh my gosh, that's our big highlight of 2025, is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was 26.
No, we're not giving a fuck about 24. Everybody's just trying to fast forward to 2025 for that GTA
Everybody's
6.
all like, I hope this year goes by faster like this past year. All right, guys. YouTube, Spotify, whatever you're listening to, like, comment, share, subscribe. If you're on Apple and Spotify, please rate 5 stars and drop a review. If you guys want to go ahead and drop any 2 cents on this episode, drop that shit in the Google form. As for advice, drop it in the Google form. Make sure that you follow all social media platforms. We're on Instagram and TikTok, and that is also listed in the bio. If you guys want to go ahead and see anything else, if you simply go to our Instagram, all the links are there, all our posts, all our clips. Go ahead and check it out. Other than that, I think that's all I have to say to you guys. So let's cheers to the New Year's, and let's have this new year full of whatever we want to do. Do your dreams, do your goals, and just remember to live that shit up sin vergüenza. Peace out, bitches.
Baby, quiero ser el río de tu Tokio. Chingamos en la casa de papel sin negocio.